Hi everybody, it's time for Yuan Kimoti. Today we would like to present you about Gemini 3.0. Uh, in these several weeks ago, Gemini released a new LLM named Gemini 3.0. It's very amazing, powerful LLM.
Mhm.
You are a survey about it. Are you ready to start, Iwa?
Yes, Kimoto-san.
Okay, let's begin.
Okay. Very good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Yuva and Kimoti's weekly Sunday live session where we discuss the latest AI tech tips. So, yes, our topic today it is about Gemini 3 in 2025. So, actually, there are many other AI tools, right? Like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Grox, DeepSeek, and more. So, and of course, Gemini 3 from Google. So, after the Gemini 3 release, I started wondering I actually I already used Gemini like and ChatGPT. So, do I still need the others? So today, I want to share the question with you in a practical way. So not just theory. I will show you how far we can go using Gemini 3 only in real life situation, for daily life and study, for research, for coding, and for content creation as well. And I will also talk about where ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity are still strong, but the main character today is the Gemini 3. And I'm not a fanboy of any single tool, so I will test all of them and I will be honest with you about the strengths and the limits of each and every tool. Okay. ここまで大丈夫ですか、木本さん? All
Okay,
okay? Can you hear me clearly? Okay.
okay,
And the screen is okay? Nota can see. Is it visible?
no problem.
Nota. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so next, move on to next. So first, just a quick overview about this Gemini 3. So this one basically an upgrade. It's an upgrade to the next level of smartness in reasoning, and it has become a much better multimodal model, and it understands text, images, and more in a more natural way. So you can access this from Gemini website or applications or through Google services like search or workspace, and depending on your region or and your plan. Okay, so for today I will ask Gemini for I will ask Gemini, not only the Gemini and other tools, to play different roles when answering four types of questions. Okay, so it is going to be it is going to be I will ask this to be in a role. So, for example, like a personal assistant, researcher, coding buddy, and a content creator. And for the tools, I'm using Gemini, Gemini and ChatGPT with upgraded versions, and the Claude and Perplexity in the free versions. And we will compare the results. Okay. Well, first, let's move on to the demonstration. Okay, this is going to be my prompt. My first prompt is this one. So I'm going to ask this to be my personal assistant today. Since it is a busy day for me, I have to study Japanese because Next week, I'm going to have my exam. So I have to study my Japanese, and then I have to work on my AI project as well. And then I still need to spend my time with my son. So, and a time to cook our lunch. So I would like to ask this Gemini to make a simple schedule for me because I am really exhausted and I really need one motivational message as well. Okay, so this is going to be my prompt, and I'm going to copy and paste in all the other tools. So let's check it. Okay, so this is the Gemini and ChatGPT in upgraded version, and I have the Claude and Perplexity. So I'm going to copy and paste the same. Thank you. So where I was, okay. So this one, um, okay. So let's start with this Google Gemini. So I have copy paste the same prompt to all the tools, and then here is the Gemini. So for the Gemini, it actually gave me simple schedule with some tips. You can see got tips there, and it ended with a message, motivational message that I needed. And let's move on to the ChatGPT and Claude. So ChatGPT created a gentle schedule from morning to evening with a warm message. And how about the Claude? So Claude made a very simple, clear schedule and a short, encouraging line. So I have all the details here because all this ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity all give answers their own style, so not the same. And then the last one is the Perplexity. This is the Perplexity answer was almost the same style, but this one is too simple and direct to the point. But the advantage here of the Gemini 3, because our main topic it is the Gemini 3 today. So here, if you are already using like a Google Calendar, Gmail documents, so it feels like very natural to keep everything inside the Google world. And for normal users like students, busy parents like me, or workers, so this kind of support alone can already change how you can manage your day. Okay, so that's how it works as a personal assistant. Next, let's give it a try on the researcher part. So I would like to ask this too. Let's treat this as a researcher. So my prompt is going to be this. This is going to be my prompt for the second one. Okay, so I'm going to ask this to be my research assistant. And in simple language, I'm going to ask this to explain about three important AI trends in 2026 that everyone should know. And for each trend, I'm going to ask this to give a short explanation and one example. One simple example. Okay, so let's watch this demonstration. Okay, so I'm using the same chart, not a new chart. So I'm just copy and paste all the prompts, the same prompt to all the tools. Okay, so here Gemini. So let's go to the Gemini first. So Gemini actually gave me two options. It has different set of AI trends with examples. Okay, so this one actually to focus. on what everyone should know, and then the other one focused on the trends that impact our daily life and work. So the answers seems quite insightful. Were quite insightful. It's good actually. It's quite good. And let's move on to the next one. Slimming baby. Yeah, actually, my son is here.
Mm.
So I will try to edit my live session and then we'll post it, repost it again. Okay, so the next one. The next one is the Claude. Let's move on to the Claude. Actually, this one is the Claude. Okay, this is the Gemini. So we have checked the Gemini. Okay, so we have seen this Gemini. Let's move on to the next part. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think I made a mistake here while recording this. So for this one, I already move on to the next part. So what I got from the result, when I copy paste the same prompt to be a researcher in all the other tools, for Claude answer was very similar to Gemini. It was structured and very easy to understand. And for the Perplexity, it actually used the web search and gave a very simple and shorter summary. And then the chat gpt, because I am using the upgraded version, so the chat gpt explained the trend in the very simple english with clear examples, and it looked very good for deeper explanations. So even in our second prompt, all the tools have their own style and different answers. So in this part, personally, I prefer the chat gpt's answer, and it felt like very clear and balanced. Okay, next we are going to try this. Next, it's gonna be the coding part. So, but even if you're not a programmer, please watch this part, because this is how AI actually can help you automate the small things. Okay, and then the next prompt, it's gonna be, okay, so now I'm going to ask this to be my coding assistant. I'm going to ask this to write a small script in Python language. So I would like to ask this to create uh, a simple uploaded resume, and then I want this to extract the details of the resume and get the skills, and also I want this to print the result in a table, and then I want this to explain the code in simple English for a beginner. Okay, and then the result. Okay, so this is the Gemini has two panels, as you can see here. So one side for the code, and the other one for the console. So they are for the code and console, the one side, and then the other side for explanation and how to run the code. So I think it's very beginner friendly, the Google Gemini. And the next part, and here you also can run the code, so it has everything in detail, the Gemini. This is the Gemini 3. And then the next one, it has all the details, and it explained every lines and also how to run this code. Okay, next one is the Chat GPT. So Chat GPT actually gave a very detailed explanation and the code as well. So it is also feels very strong here in this coding part. And then the Claude, this is the Claude. The Claude seems simple, but I think the explanation is quite good. And the Perplexity, it is catching up to because it produced a simple version of the code with a short explanation. So for coding, I think ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude are quite powerful. So Gemini is very good for learning and experimenting. So especially if you like Google's environment, and ChatGPT, I think still feels like more classic coding assistant for many developers. And Perplexity, I think it's still improving in this part. Okay, so the next one, the last one, lastly, I'm going to try to switch the role to a content creator. Okay, so I'm going to ask this to be a content creator. I would like to get the YouTube description for today's topic. Okay, so I'm telling this. I'm doing a YouTube live with the title Gemini 3 in 2025, and then I still need ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity. So I would like to request this to write a short YouTube description and a friendly and a clear one. And also at the same time, I would like to ask this to create two title variations and two Instagram captions. Okay, great. So Gemini, this is the Gemini. Gemini actually did a great job here, I think, because it wrote a YouTube description that I actually can use, and it also has included the agenda, a simple agenda in this video, and it gave two options, caption options with emojis. So I think that is very nice, easy for me, just copy and paste only. And then the next one is the Perplexity. Perplexity, it's more simple short answer. So if you prefer very compact text, it's good for that. The another one is the Claude. So Claude, I think Claude and ChatGPT almost the same. It has same, looks similar. And this is the ChatGPT, because ChatGPT and Claude also are very strong for writing, and it has its own voice and style. So for my own workflow, I think the Gemini and ChatGPT and Claude as well, it's excellent because I can easily move this into YouTube Studio and then the Instagram or in my slides. So I can just copy and paste the details. Oh, I need to share this. Okay, so we have seen the demonstrations, and here's my honest answer based on what we just tried. So, for many people, like students, busy workers, and content creators who are just starting, so I think Gemini 3 alone is already a powerful tool enough because with Gemini 3, we already can organize. We can organize our day, research topics, learn to codes and many other things, and also you can create your content workflow and much more. And I also want to share one real example actually. I have a student who learns AI one on one with me. Our session are like 30 minutes about the new AI tools every time. I have to teach him a new AI tool. And he's a Japanese person and a businessman who owns an attorney HR company. He used to prefer Perplexity. But now he's fully on Gemini because for his business and the content from Gemini feels more accurate and practical for his work. And this is from his perspective. And for me personally, because I am doing lives and I am currently using Gemini, ChatGPT, and Claude together because since I am working on some AI projects as well. So what I could say is for heavy users like full-time developers, researchers, or AI enthusiasts, using two or three tools together, I think still makes a lot of sense because each one has its own style like a chat gpt. If you look at chat gpt, it has a huge ecosystem with many examples and very nice reasoning. If we go to Claude, very good explanation and with a friendly tool, with a friendly tone and with great longer text. And the Perplexity, this one actually fantastic web search plus with the answers with citation. And Gemini, the other part, it is very strong inside the Google ecosystem and good multilingual capability. And it's also great option for daily life and the content creation. Okay, so also before we finish, I think there I have one important point. So the free version of all these tools have limits. So like fewer messages, smaller context, sometimes slower or restricted features. And the paid or upgraded versions give you more stability, more power, and more consistent access to the strongest models like the ChatGPT and Gemini we have tried today. And these limits actually can change the over time. So, and I think it is always good to check the latest information from each provider. Okay, so I think that's my overview today. Kimoto-san, what is your impression? What do you think about this Gemini 3?
You are.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned to us Gemini 3.0 is good for multilingual.
Yes, multilingual, especially Japanese language.
How about Tamil language?
Tamil
Is it
language,
useful?
I haven't tried. Kimoto-san. So I'm not sure about Tamil language, but since it is
You
good in yes,
mm,
multilingual, so I think it should be good enough to use in Tamil
okay?
language as well.
Thank you.
Yes, so
Okay,
I think okay.
that's all from your side.
Yes, Kimoto-san.
Okay. Thank you, Yuval. Thank you, everybody, for today's session. And next week, Yuval has examination of the Japanese language. So next week, Kimoto will have present to you a session.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, see you next week. Goodbye.
Okay, so thank you for joining us and see you again next Sunday with another interesting AI topic. Bye bye. Say bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye. Bye.